Hello, and here we go again. Right, so this will be the upgrade edition, which will be the first year anniversary for the top 20 most helpful AGL units for global docking. So here are the rules. This is the most helpful, not a power ranking, and it's those who find it useful. It is not all LRs and not all free to play. It's a good blend, and this will be hopefully what newer players and veterans would agree to. Now, there'll be various reasons as to why. Some of them may be specific to a specific mission or a category or something that tailors them exceptionally well, and some are just great and can fit into a lot of teams no matter what. So you got like stuns, seals, heals, stacks, guards, all that kind of deal, right? So they're all there. Now this will be a long video. Expect this to go up way, way higher. Of course, these are for the nerds. This is for the meta. So if you enjoy these kind of long critic videos, strap yourself in. I have last year's version. So last year's version gave you a top 20, so you can see. Now, there'll be a lot of similarities, but there'll be some new people brought in, and we have the Dokkan wiki for in case. Now, you'll see a lot of similarities brought in, but then there is some new people as well. Now, these new people, I think the only reason this changes is purely because, as I say, there's new people, there's new EZAs, and there's new teams that come out and been a bit more flushed. So without further ado, we'll be doing the top, we're doing 16 to 20, and the 16 to 20 is as follows. We have the GT Hero Dudes. So these are pretty nice. Now, these could be in B. Seriously, they actually are pretty great as a support because they're a Goku and Vegeta family support. And I think it's only fair that we actually bring them up. Hang on, let's have a look. There can't be that many Goten in. So we type in Goten and we have here. So, GT Heroes are a great category. They're a Goku and Vegeta family support, and that works with anything. And as you can see down here, they are not on them, which is a bit daft. Could be the only thing going for them. If they were on Goku and Vegeta family, that would be insane. But they're good on GT Heroes, Hybrids, Join Forces, Bond of Parents. There's a lot of legitimate places where you could use these guys, right? And of course, each one gain 3 key, 40%. Which is pretty great. They, of course, they raise attack and defense. They stack attack and defense, and of course, they have additionals built in. Made for GT heroes, but of course, I mean, you could slap them in anywhere where you can apply this to something like hybrids, join forces, bond of parent, sibling bonds, that kind of thing, right? They have some pretty good links, right? It's Goku and Vegeta family across the board. It's not just strictly GT heroes, but yes, GT heroes are like the top 3 right here, sure. They're pretty solid, and I think their support truly does fit in here. So, yeah, pretty great. So that's the reason why they're there. So next, actually, what were they? They were they've been demoted. They were currently in B tier. They've actually since been demoted. So the next one we have is Super Saiyan Kid Goku from the GT. He's had his Easy A. Let's see where he was last year. He was still at C and now is. I think the only reason being is he's pretty solid all around. Let's bring him up, right? So here's Kid Goku. He does stack and can be quite fairly decent. There can't be that many kids knocking around. Where is he? You would have thought he'd be here. It might just be, hang on, Super Goku GT. Would it be under Goku GT? Is Super Saiyan 2 Goku GT. So, I mean, he's a nice old types lead, so that's pretty cool. Decent start of turn stack. He's pretty simple, right? Because I mean, like he stacks, which is pretty great. Performs a super attack, gets a bonus, right? So that's basically 190%, which helps out considering that he's only at 7,000, which basically means he's getting 200%. He's pretty good because he can help out with like All in the Family, which is a Goku link, Shattering the Limit, and Prepared for Battle with Super Saiyan, Saiyan Lineage, GT as well to help out. Turtle School, Power Beyond, Super Saiyan 2, Earthbred Fighters, and Accelerated Battle could be really, really great. There's some decent people on here, like these two are pretty great. Transforming Goku's pretty great. Let's see, yeah, solid, respectively solid. Go tanks, you can use them on. So all the, like this guy as well in particular could really buff. I don't. You can actually use them, yes, because it's Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan 2. So if you're going to share them on like Turtle School and GT Heroes, legitimately can because you can get a huge amount of links. I think it's just solid. It's just all round solid. There's a huge amount of attack and defense and a huge amount of stats. He gets key and he stacks and he's a great support. Well, I say a great support. He's got great links and suitable teams. So I think just overall he's really great, especially for long events like the let's have a look at them. We got like Super Saiyan 2, Goku Family, Pure Saiyans, GT Heroes, right? We're talking like all these fighting legend missions that have these missions. Yeah, sure, that could be really great. So he is legitimately underrated and he's on there. Next that we have is Kid Vegeta. Hell, this is a super strike. It might be the first super strike to come on. Now, he is a recent addition. It's because his Easy A hadn't come out since then. And since then, they've done most of them. So that's something. So, of course, he is pretty good. I think we actually will bring him up on this because he does deserve a bit of a run through. I had a video going on. Let me just type in kid. There can't be that many kids. No. So I had a video for the Super Strike unit for Int King Vegeta, and this guy stole the show, and he wasn't even fully built up. So this guy can quite easily do like triple supers at like 5+ million, and then you could actually quadruple super. It's pretty nutty what he can do, right? So he has on super attack, sure, right, and then you get this with it with additional of each attack, and then this with every additional super attack, and you will do because you need to get him a super attack, of which you do have some pretty gnarly attack with a 50% chance to stun. He also gets bonus defense against youth and gifted warriors. And then he gets this. It's bizarre. The dude has like, I mean, yeah, you could triple super putting out like honestly, check out that video. That King Vegeta, he was overwhelmed, and this was a reasonable partner. This guy, because they share stuff like bombardment and super strike, which between them is a ridiculous amount of stats. But this guy, outside of Bombardment and Super Strike, you've got Key Links, same Warrior Race, and Royal Lineage. Royal Lineage is really nice. Now, make no mistake, set up properly, this unit can have close to 200k, which is fairly respectable for Youth Super Battle Road, and is plausible in Extreme Super Battle Road because he's 5+ million, he does like 3 of them. That's legitimately capable of running in Extreme Super Battle Road. Honestly, don't let this guy fool you. Yeah, you got Pure Saiyans, Vegeta Family, Youth, and Gifted Warriors, all legitimate uses. But again, you gotta pop him around. This guy, not so much. He was overshadowed, but his Easy A is, I mean, it's solid for free to play, right? Solid, but nothing special. I mean, nothing special compared to what this guy can do. Because, like, he does so much. He gets 30% attack, and then technically he gets 40 on top of the 100, alongside with any attack links. I mean, he was, as I say, he was getting this 45% attack as well. But, I mean, like, in a showcase setting, he looks great. Even without a showcase setting, just make sure you got youth and gifted. Speaking of gifted, right, he's on Gifted Warriors. Have you seen what's on this? You're talking like what Pure Saiyans and Vegeta then, but like one of these is in particular is the gifted warrior support. That is huge. Like these Vegetas in particular. So yeah, legitimately, this unit is fantastic and is a welcome, much welcome addition. As you can see, wasn't on here. Is a much welcome addition to this. So next we have Tapion. Tapion is fantastic. Now let's see. I think he was actually way higher, and he's been way demoted. But honestly, I think I might have been a bit too harsh. But you'll have to judge me at the end. The reason I've been probably a bit too harsh is because there's new people out, there's new teams that have been flushed, right? Okay, so and just overall, I think how we can help. I mean, what a year ago it was Giants Extreme Super Battle Road that was pretty rough. But yeah, so outside of that, he is now just dropped a little bit. He's still a defensive beast. We'll bring him up because he is still capable of being pretty decent. There can't be that many Tapions. Oh, that was terrible. So, I mean, he is a giant form of 160% and does increase the amount. That's pretty great. So, I mean, he does reduce damage, right? And he does raise the. No, I thought he did lower his attack, so that's pretty great. That's why he takes less. He does reduce damage, right? He does have start of turn stats. It's pretty great. If he had something like a defensive raise on here rather than this, might be great as well. The seal is great when he turns into the margin. Is pretty great, right? Because he has fantastic damage, especially in the Giants Extreme Super Battle Road, and it's pretty great because when you're 50% HP or less, then this dude breaks out and lasts for at least 2 turns, and that unit can struggle for key. What does he actually do in this form? Yeah, so I mean, he struggles for key, so you gotta get him 6. So it can be difficult. But that being said, crits could be a good way. But yeah, so it's fantastic. I think what he does now, like he's only strictly really useful for like the Giants. That's really about it. You could use him on storied figures. He's a great support for this guy in particular, right? These can look great, but it's all depending on the amount of super attacks they do. I mean, yeah, sure. This guy's like a rainbow orb changer, I believe. Reasonable. I suppose if this guy had an easy A between the two of them, they could look pretty nice, right? We are probably going to get another Tapion at some point, some busted over the top with Harudigon coming in as well. Or hell, what if they do something totally rad and just do Harudigon? That'll be pretty nutty. In terms of the people here, yeah, it's pretty wonky because I think what you're looking for is you're looking for like because it's on like time travelers and legendary existence. So like time travelers, legendary existence with giant. I mean, it's all really weird. You can use them on the same team, so you can get a little bit of key. Sure, they use them on the same team for giant form, so that's something. And again, you can use them on like storied figures. So there is some use. I think the only reason I've been too harsh is I think he's now got a very strict limited use, but is still the king and number one for giant form extreme super battle road. They need to do more. They have done a few more. I don't think there's a few of them yet to come out on global, but when they do, it will become easier. There are a few extras. I mean, we're talking like this guy's pretty solid on it. We're also talking like I'd have to bring up Giant Form actually in particular. So like yeah, okay, so he can be pretty solid. He's had his easy A. LR Piccolo has just come out right, and Cumber's had his easy A. Yeah, these two out as well. So there are a few specific easy A's that have come out. So it is better, but we need more. No doubt we'll get another one, but that's the reason why he's been heavily demoted all the way down from A to C is now because of this. And this, I mean, he's useful, but I mean, like maybe if he like sealed or stunned, I mean that might have kept him in B tier. But that's strictly the only reason why. So next we have LR Super Saiyan for Goku. Now this is even after his easy A. Now I'm definitely being a bit too harsh, but let's see. So again, he was still at C, and yeah, you think, wow, well, he's definitely better than like this guy or this guy or this guy or probably anybody in here. And you'd say, yeah, but you're thinking about power ranking. So like, no doubt this particular Goku is very strong. His easy A is incredible, right? And he can hit like 600k defense, but you got a double super. But it's pretty ridiculous, right? So I mean, they up to like the start of turn stats, and that's about it. He is very useful on GT heroes because you got to use a GT centric sort of team. That's just his links. Super AGL is a really nice battlefield leader skill going for him, and he has a really cool active skill. Just 4 turns, no matter what. You enter the 4th turn, and you can pop your active skill and it does ultimate damage, and you can even save it. It's just 4th turn onwards. It's like an extra attack in your back pocket, and it even helps towards his existing super attack to follow. So that's pretty great, and he does build up for a few rotations. Now, again, I mean, there's another Super Saiyan 4. It's not as powerful, but again, well, kind of. On the GT Hero team, legitimately get up to like 9 million is pretty stupid. Even at 55%, they're pumping out like 6-7 million. I mean, I wouldn't say he's been replaced, but he's very unique and very specific to GT heroes because of his link set and so on. He can, I mean, it's not as if he's a great support and he's all Mr. Top heavy. So, yeah, so in that respect, I keep him at this. Still useful, his active skill and his leader skill really do keep him in this. But honestly, I feel like in terms of usefulness, I feel like these are a fantastic support. This is a complete underdog, and this guy stacks. So, like, as you enter the end of the game, he stacks attack and defense, and you're not terribly far off this guy. In fact, defensively, you're probably better off. But yeah, I'm like Tapion reduces damage and is great against giants. With this guy, I mean, he's powerful, but all he does is serve to unlock the links off some other units, right? So now we have 11 to 15. So who do we have in here? 11 to 15, we are going to have Gamma 2. No, I'm serious. We're going to have Gamma 2. We're going to have Gamma 2 transforming Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Margin Buu Saga Vegeta, Ginyu, and of course Evolution Blue Vegeta. So easy A, easy A, easy A, and okay, so pretty great. So like, let's have a look. Transforming Goku. So if you check out the last video, which was the most helpful tech, you see Frieza got a big drop, and Goku. Actually, was Goku number one? He was, but he's had a slight drop. Goku's had a slight drop. Vegeta's been the same. They have had a slight drop. This guy's stayed about the same, and Frieza's dropped off. Frieza and Trunks have dropped off altogether, which is pretty interesting. Frieza and Trunks have dropped off altogether. And you got like Ginyu and Gamma that have been in here. So like, why are these the way that it is? Well, like Gamma 2. Okay, well, Gamma 2 is great. You kind of got to use him on Gamma 1. I prefer Gamma 2 because he has a better leader skill and has a little extra in links, which helps him to use him on said, because he has like the innocence, which legitimately helps out on like special pose. And of course, he has a slightly better leader skill, and of course, and he has a triple leader skill as well. Technically, he has like 4 or 5 because the extra 200% buff, but he has like a triple leader skill, which is fantastic. I do prefer Gamma 2 to Gamma 1. Gamma 1 does have guard, sure. But Gamma 2 is pretty great. He can build up quite powerfully. He might need supports, but overall, he's pretty solid, right? There's just no doubt. This guy in particular. So this guy, so much like the Tech GT Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from the crossover, right, as well. This guy, like, I've got to bring him up because I think he does deserve a little bit of support. So we go types, it's AGL, and we are looking at Vegeta. Hold on, can't be that many of them, I say, there always is. Here we go. This came out with the event where you can do like 6 at once, and he is probably the best one thus far. Now, he's still pretty great. He raises attack and defense for multiple turns. He has start turn stats, and this is actually the kicker. The first few attacks could be gnarly, but honestly, that builds up quite nicely. He is way, way old, so it's fair to say that you can have way more than probably like 2 dupes, where he's coming in with just shy of 11,000. He's way better than you think. I mean, if you take these hits, or you go for additionals and build that up a bit, next rotation, he's over 200k, and at this point, we didn't even have 200% leads. He's probably comfortably over 200k. So perhaps I should do a video on this guy because he is particularly nice and can be quite handy as a floater. The only problem is you want to try and keep him on rotations for this. But that being said, because of this, you can kind of get away with using them as a floater. Great links. You got 2 key links right here. Then you got like Royal Lineage. And then you got, this is also a key link, Golden Warrior, and you got like Saiyan Warrior A, Super Saiyan. So plenty of attack, couple of key links. He's great on huge amounts of team, like Super Saiyan 2, Worthy Rivals, Connected Hope, Mastered Evolution, let's see, Battle of Fate, All Out Struggle, Gifted Warriors, all of which you can gel quite comfortably into this. He's going to be on the list. We'll be talking about him. Let's see. He is very, very useful. In fact, he was so close to being on the list. That's how good he is, right? Let's have a look. Oh, you can farm him up. Plenty of chances. No, none of these are free. Oh, this one's free to. I say free to play. He uses gems. There's no true real way of farming him. He is great. Right? He's a fantastic defensive stone wall. He can even work in Extreme Super Battle Road. Maybe just give him support or pop an item, but he can definitely work at it. He's maintained the same level, right? So that's pretty great. So who else is on here? Okay, Ginyu. Ginyu is fantastic for what he does. He makes the teams and he makes the Ginyu Force probably one of the strongest things going. It is ridiculous. Is he not space traveling warriors? Let's have a look. Is it Terrifying Conquerors or that? Let's have a look. Terrifying Conquerors or Plan. Oh yeah, okay, so it is. So Terrifying Conquerors and then the extra to Space Traveling Warriors. So in particular, that is the Ginyu because if we have a look down, yeah, it's no doubt that it's Ginyu. Oh, hell, he works with Gamma, but oh, okay, what, two links? But yeah, okay, so absolutely he works with these guys, but not just that. You can struggle with Ki if you use him on stuff like Space Traveling Warriors, Dragon Ball Seekers, Terrifying Conquerors, and go for the big boys, right? But that being said, he's still pretty gnarly because he stacks defense and he stacks rapidly. He has a huge amount of stacks, and even at 55%, it doesn't matter. He stacks insane. Yes, he gets this per Ginyu, absolutely. And then this, if you can squeeze in this, but that's not difficult to say the least. These guys guard, these are a fantastic support. This and this particular unit is capable. And this guy can hold his own because, and especially as it has the Scouter. This guy has a similar mechanic to that Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, right? He can guard along with these, but they have guaranteed guard, can guard, and of course builds up. So like you rock this or you rock this. I mean, legitimately, you just rock one Ginyu Force on your Space Traveling Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors, and you're super effective against all types. You get an extra little bit right, and you're given a little bit of support. He does stack pretty gnarly. And when you're into here, this guy does crits like nothing else. I mean, he stacks attack, right? And then you got your crits put in. You have crits put on here with each attack performed. I mean, it's pretty nutty. And then, of course, if there's a Jace, you also get the Scouter effect. And you also get a nice heal as well. So it's pretty stupid what he does. So one is a defensive behemoth, and the other one is the other side of him is an offensive crit house. And he's new. He's new to the game because, well, he was new at this point in time. That's the reason why he's here. Should he be higher? Well, he is one of the best TURs in the game. Absolutely no doubt. But I think the only thing holding him back is his links and the fact that you kind of got to use him on Ginyu. And because of that, you struggle for Ki, and Terrifying Conquerors, Space Traveling Warriors don't really have anything in terms of supports to give Rainbow Orbs. And there isn't actually an AGL Orb Changer of any of the kind. And all of them also need Ki and support and all the orbs. So yeah, think about LR Turles. He needs all the orbs. In fact, let's check out Terrifying Conquerors because, let's have a look. Where is he? Terrifying Conquerors is his main deal. These two, you're not going to rock him alongside. If only he needs the orbs. He needs the orbs. He needs some orbs. I mean, everyone needs orbs, right? So again, I mean, the only people who don't are probably like the Metal Coolers because they all work together. Strong team. I mean, in terms of Planet Namek Saga or Ginyu, there's nobody here really. Look at this first page, you ain't getting it. No, you just actually aren't getting it. Who else is on? Who could we use? So it is. It's Ginyu in Planet Namek Saga. Okay, against one opponent, this guy's pretty decent. But again, if only Cooler was on there, right? If only. But yeah, so he's limited. That's the only reason why he's on. That's why he's in B. But make no mistake, you get him the orbs, and he is monstrous. All right. So and then Evolution Blue Vegeta. So he's pretty solid. He has multiple attacks, each of which can become a super attack. Each super attack gives you 30% to stats. You have a slightly better chance to evolve from like turn 4, and then when you do, every attack builds your crit. He is pretty strong, no doubt. Every rotation he comes out a little bit stronger, but he's nothing special. That being said, he helps to unlock the 5th anniversary units of, was it in LR Vegeta? Sure, and he has great links, but he's nothing special even to this point. But there you go. So that is 11 to 20 sorted. So the rest that we have is all the top 10, and this is in no particular order. We can compare to last year. There might be one or two new additions. That's because, as I say, We are looking at this was just before the anniversaries, but you'll see a surprising amount of similarity in between. So you got like Golden Freezer. Wow, we all know how he's great. Pycon, he's brilliant. 50% to dodge flat out. Super Vegito. Yeah, okay, the physical one is better, but you have comparable damage reduction, a little bit less stats, sure. But I mean, he has such an insane amount of damage reduction, and he can have the scouter effect if you fall under a threshold. That he can be useful, and it takes the top tier events, like the difficult events, to take him out. That's how good he is. Just because he can't do anything for damage doesn't mean he's actually nothing, like a nobody. LR Golden Freezer. Now, I tried not to include too many LRs, but in fact, to be honest, I think I've only got like three, so that's fine. LR Golden Freezer and this Golden Freezer. Now, you can put them in the same team side by side, but they'll have no links because they're the same people. That being said, 90% damage reduction, 90% damage reduction. Dude, no links, but you ain't dying, period, flat out. Omega Shenron ain't taking you out, right? You may do that one hit. I mean, it might be easy up until you take it, up until that point, but nothing's killing you. UI Goku, what, 70% chance to dodge? Why is that not an A tier? That's exactly why it's an A tier. Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan here, he's a fantastic support. He gives everyone 3 key 58% attack and defense. Pretty ridiculous. So, I mean, let's have a look. Let's see. Gohan. Was Gohan in the top? Gohan wasn't even in this. UI Goku hadn't come into this play yet because he wasn't around. Then you got like LR AGL Gohan had his Easy A, Pycon still the same, Super Vegito. I mean, it's basic. I mean, Tapion is the only one who's dropped hard. We got the other Golden Freezer put in. Turles on here? Turles has been promoted because he had his Easy A and now he's truly amazing. And when he transforms with the apple, he stacks. But of course, I think the elephant in the room is this guy. Now, I try to think of the most helpful. And honestly, this guy is actually pretty great. Let me type in Goku. Now he's going to be Goku. I presume he's Angel, but we'll have a look. It's this guy. Yeah, it is Angel. So he's pretty great. He heals. He's an orb changer, and he heals and gets stats as well. Right. So he covers 10,000 HP per key sphere, but at the same time, he gets attack 5% per key sphere. He gets 10% defense, 20% attack. But against the Vegeta family, he gets a smidge more. But he is an orb changer. He heals and gets stats, and he greatly raises stats on his super attack, so which is pretty great. His leader skill ain't so bad. It's 3 key 130%, right? That's pretty great. And AGL, flat out any AGL 100%, so that's pretty great. Because of he heals, because he gets stats, because of his great key links, because you're like all in the family along with Prepared for Battle and Shattering the Limit, right? And then you've got stuff like, Golden Warrior is pretty common. He's on Super Saiyan 2, Time Limit, Turtle, Accelerated Battle. Let's see, Otherworld Warriors. Otherworld Warriors is probably going to be one of his better categories to run on. I mean, that definitely is a bit on the meh side. Let's see. Yeah, no, Gogeta's probably the best. Okay, this Gogeta is probably the best. He's reasonable. There are a few reasonable people on here, but this is it. This is Otherworld Warriors. So he's huge when it comes to that kind of thing. Where we got like Otherworld Warriors, Time Limit, Super Saiyan 2. Works well with all the Goku. So this is basically Goku family and Time Limit. That's basically what it is. That's basically it. And then with Pure Saiyan slapped in with the gist. There are way more people here he could link well with, so that's fine. There really isn't a free-to-play option because he costs gems. But yeah, so 55%, just coming in just under 8,000 defense. He has fairly decent attack. Coming in with just one dupe, that's pretty decent attack and nearly 10,000 defense. He is truly, truly great. I think he is so useful. People, especially the newer ones, will go, wow, he can heal for me. Absolutely, no doubt. Even prior to that, he still had start of turn stats to some degree, and he still healed, and he still got stats, right? And he still greatly raised the defense. Now it's just attack, but they made him just a little bit better and it goes a long, long way. And veteran people, they don't use this guy anymore, but I bet you there'll be a point when they use this guy and he had to be in the team. Now, that is precisely the reason why he's in the top 10 of the AGL. He's just that useful. People have used him. People might have moved on, but you're going to have fond memories. Skinny Boo. Skinny Boo is pretty great. We'll just quickly touch on Skinny Boo just a little. So Skinny Boo is always underused. Hang on, is he actually called Skinny? But no, he's not. So he's just called Boo. So it'll be this. Yeah, okay. So this guy. So, yeah. So he has incredible start of turn defense of what's coming in at 55%, 8,000, just one dupe, just over 10. So that's pretty great. In terms of attack, he doesn't do that much, but he can break a couple of million. But whoop-de-doo. Most importantly is the fact that you get 150%, but you get key and another 150% for the first 7 turns, and you have a 50% chance to dodge. So anything, even difficult content that requires 7 turns or less, brilliant. Do not use this guy beyond 7 turns, but up until 7 turns, he's fantastic. He works on Extreme Super Battle Road, Gods of Destruction. He can get away with movie heroes, Red Zone and stuff like that, the Red Zones, but it depends. You can use him on Margin Power, but often no. It's hit and miss in terms of the links that you need, because like the true Margin Power units, yeah, okay, infinite regeneration and margin, so you can get a lot of attack, defense, key, and a little bit of healing. But mainly his good thing here is superheroes rep 7. That's really nice. And TOP. So like they're really, really, really great. Their Extreme Super Battle Road is disgustingly hard, because of the caliber of people. Mastered Evolution's nice. Artificial Life Form's nice. You can just throw him as a floater, even in a slot 1 as well. It just works, because it just works. Because he just dodges, he just has the 300% to stats, which means that even if he takes a hit, it's not strictly the end of the world. And of course, the cherry on top, it's only a 30%, but the chances are you will get that chance to stun. So brilliant. So he truly is very, very helpful. And again, much like the Reason of the Rest, at some point in time, people have used him and he was crucial on teams. In fact, anyone who rocks Extreme Super Battle Road, TOP, or Rep 7 probably going to use this guy. So these are the reasons why it is probably the best. So you got like heal with stats, fantastic, especially for villains, especially against movie super class. LR Gohan ZZA, do you know they slap guard in this guy? That alone makes him great. 70% chance to dodge, gives everyone defense and key. Fantastic guard, fantastic guard. Yeah, complete tank and dodge, and this guy has dodge and gives superclass allies a little bit of support. And you only need to give him just a couple of rainbow orbs, and in one rainbow orb gets him 4 key. Actually, let me double check. Is it like one or two rainbow orbs that gets him his how do we spell his name? It's probably going to be PA, I presume. No, that's the easy A. Let's have a look. So we need to find out his name. It probably does begin with P. There's probably not a doubt. Oh, I can't spell Pycon's name. That is not great. Where is he on this? Just bear with me just a sec. Right, yeah, okay, this is it. PAI, I knew it. So, yeah, let's have a look. So, 3 or more type key spheres. Okay, so he gets 4 key per rainbow key sphere. Oh, and seals the attacked enemy. That's really, really nice. With his 50% chance to dodge as well. Superclass allies, you get it with 3 or more type key spheres. Better than Janemba, because you need to get 4, which is pretty stupid. You get 4 key, 50% chance to dodge, and guarantees a seal on the enemy where applicable with just 1 rainbow key sphere. So that's incredibly huge. It's Ghost Usher. 1 enemy 50% or more from the 4th turn, so that's highly likely, and you can save that. That's pretty great. He also has a unit super attack, which makes him super effective against all types. If you have a Goku Angel, a Vegeta Angel, or even a Gogeta kind of combination, that works. So great dodge, great support. pretty useful. You can use him in difficult content. You just got to make sure he dodges because he is a bit of a wimp. But yeah, so that's it. So you can see that the top 10 has drastically changed, right? There's new additional units and people have dropped. Pycon is still here. Transforming Goku's dropped. Tapion is massively dropped, but the rest are all still around. And again, you got like Ginyu is new, Gamma 2 is new. Let's see, Golden Frieza's new. This Kid Vegeta is new. By all means, none of them are rubbish by any length of the word. It's just some just offer just some more assurance and credibility than the others. But there we go. This video has been a little easier than the tech, coming in at a toasty 30 odd minutes compared to the very fiery 50 odd on the AGL. But there you go. This is the most helpful top 20 most helpful AGL units. I hope you like this video. Remember, not everyone's going to agree with me, and you're probably going to laugh. But hey, for sure, there's going to be some people who will say, like, this guy is all great, right? But anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, you liked it. And if you didn't, well, it sucks to be you. But until then, I'll see you next time. Thank you.